Hello, my name is Black, and for much of my life, I struggled with social anxiety and the fear of talking to people. I constantly worried about what others thought of me, whether I would say the right things, and how I would be perceived. However, over time, I learned how to overcome these fears, build confidence, and engage in meaningful conversations. In this story, I will share my journey, the lessons I learned, and the techniques that help me talk to people without fear. Growing up, I was always the quiet one in the room. I avoided eye contact, spoke in whispers, and preferred to stay in my comfort zone rather than engage in conversations. Whether in school, family gatherings, or social events, I found it difficult to express myself. One of the most challenging moments was during my high school years when I had to give a presentation in front of my class. My heart raced, my palms sweated, and I could barely get my words out. This experience reinforced my fear of talking to people, and I avoided public speaking at all costs. As I grew older, I realized that my fear of talking to people was holding me back in both personal and professional aspects of life. I missed out on opportunities to make friends, share my ideas, and advance in my career. The turning point came when I attended a seminar on communication skills. The speaker shared personal experiences of overcoming fear and provided practical tips on building confidence. Inspired by their words, I decided to take control of my fears and make a conscious effort to improve my communication skills. I started by identifying the root causes of my fear. I asked myself questions like, why am I afraid of talking to people? What specific situations make me nervous? What negative thoughts do I have about myself? By understanding these fears, I was able to work on challenging and changing my mindset. Instead of forcing myself into overwhelming social situations, I started small. I initiated conversations with store clerks, smiled at strangers, and engaged in small talk with colleagues. These little steps helped build my confidence gradually. One of my biggest breakthroughs was changing my inner dialogue. Instead of telling myself, I'm terrible at talking to people, I started affirming positive thoughts like, I am capable of having great conversations. Repeating these affirmations every day helped reprogram my mind to believe in my abilities. I learned that communication is not just about words. Body language plays a significant role too. I practiced making eye contact, smiling more, standing with confidence, using open gestures. These nonverbal cues made a significant impact on how people perceived me and how I felt about myself. To push myself out of my comfort zone, I joined social groups and clubs where I could practice speaking with new people. Whether it was a book club, a public speaking workshop, or a volunteer organization, these experiences helped me build my social skills. One of my biggest fears was saying something wrong or embarrassing myself. Over time, I realized that making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Even the most confident speakers make mistakes, but they don't let them define them. By embracing imperfections, I became more relaxed and natural in conversations. As I became more comfortable talking to people, I noticed positive changes in my life. I was able to build deeper relationships with family and friends, speak up in meetings and share my ideas confidently, make new friends and network professionally, handle social situations with ease. One memorable moment was when I attended a networking event for the first time. Instead of standing in the corner, I approached people, introduced myself, and engaged in conversations. It was a small victory, but it showed me how far I had come. After experiencing my own transformation, I wanted to help others overcome their fear of talking to people. I started sharing my experiences through blogs, social media, and even informal mentorship sessions. I encourage friends and colleagues to take small steps and believe in themselves. One of the most fulfilling moments was helping a friend who had the same fear I once had. Seeing them grow in confidence and become more social was a reminder that change is possible for anyone willing to take that first step. Overcoming the fear of talking to people is a journey that requires patience, practice, and self-compassion. Through small conversations, positive self-talk, and gradual exposure, I was able to transform from a shy, socially anxious person into someone who enjoys meaningful interactions. If you struggle with the fear of talking to people, remember that change is possible. Take small steps, celebrate progress, and never be afraid to express yourself. The world is full of wonderful conversations waiting to be had. You just have to take that first step.